Oh, hello everyone. Welcome back. It's been a few weeks. It's Thursday, January 1st, 2026. Got a roaring fire going here. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon in Appalachia. Blue skies. Uh, got warm again. Finally, it's in the 50s. And let's see. So I've been home for 2 weeks. 2 weeks tomorrow. I arrived back home after spending 2 weeks in Costa Rica. First week was at Rythmia doing the plant medicine ayahuasca again, my fifth time. And it was by far the most revealing, illuminating, um, emotional, emotionally challenging, but rewarding trip of my 5 trips. I won't go into the details. There were some repressed memories that were brought to the surface that I had to relive and, more importantly, refeel. I had to feel them. It says feeling is healing, and it worked. Uh, mostly that happened on Tuesday night, but every night was something very, very powerful. It was by far the most powerful trip I've ever had. And I walked away from it and spent the next 5 days in Tamarindo, walking the beach, um, talking to some of the locals, beautiful young people that worked there. And one day I even met a couple from Indiana who we just sat there and talked about life and had a wonderful conversation. Um, it was Tom and Chandra, beautiful people. But came back home 2 weeks ago, and I have found a new higher level of peace in mind, body, and soul. And it is truly amazing. It's hard to describe, so I won't try. But there was definitely something dramatic that happened, and I am eternally grateful for it. This is a new beginning, and I look forward to it. I look forward to every day and allowing myself to feel it, to experience it. This, in some way, was the culmination of 18 years of a journey to, in some ways, find peace of mind and to release massive amounts of emotion, predominantly shame, guilt, and frustration. Um, I will say that on Saturday before I left, which would have been about Saturday the 12th, I think, I did have a long talk with God, whatever you believe God is, and she listened and she took my message to heart. And that's actually where the whole week started, was before I even left. Um, it is said that Mother Ayahuasca will do that, begin the process before you even arrive, and I have experienced that more than once. But I had a wonderful group of people, about 55 people that were just extraordinary, very powerful group. Some amazing stories of why they were there, and then their healing. Um, it is truly miraculous to experience that with other people and to watch this transformation happen in them, and you see it in their face where they come away just glowing. You have to experience it, and you have to be called to experience it. I have to get some wood for the fire. It's burning quickly. Mm-hmm. But I wish that everybody could experience something similar to what I experienced. It's everybody has their own journey, their own path, but to experience something so profound is truly a blessing. I will say that what was interesting about the 4 days, and somebody asked me about this too, is because I did describe some of this to our group, and there was a lot of Christian iconography in what I was experiencing, and I can't explain why. We were definitely not raised as devout Christians. Of course, the Christian message has been severely distorted over the last couple thousand years, and but there was a lot of Christian iconography in the 4 evenings of ceremony, particularly Tuesday and Thursday, which were the second and fourth evenings. I have no idea why. I can only say I am one with the mystery and leave it at that. But whatever the reason, it had a very profound and rewarding impact. And that's really all that matters. Whatever we can do to release emotions that go all the way back to the womb, and even I spent one whole night what I call healing the lineages, working with 6 generations of men in my family, in my line. But to release massive amounts of emotion, shame and guilt and frustration in this particular case, but whatever they are, I feel like I just had massive amounts of granite blocks lifted off of my back. It's just another way of putting it into some kind of visual. I hope that as this year progresses, that other people can do this in their own way. And the first thing, of course, is set your intention. And I think the second thing is to ask for help and ask for guidance to whomever you want to ask, whether it's guardian angels or God or whatever. And even friends or other people that you may trust. One of the things that happens when you go to a place like Rythmia, you're there with all these like-minded people, and there's a trust that builds up very quickly. And people, they drop their walls, usually after the first night ceremony. I always joke about that. And you can have very open and honest conversations you wouldn't have with probably friends and family, but yet you're having them with total strangers. But it's because you've all been called by the same calling, basically. And there's something very deep inside of us that recognizes this, accepts it very easily, and then it allows us to open up to each other. It's fascinating to watch. And I hope that who's ever listening to this can experience the same thing, to find people who you can truly be vulnerable with. And it's not easy to do. The men in the group, it was about 50-50 men and women. What I have found is that the men in the group, by letting their walls down and allowing themselves to become vulnerable, they create the very safe place for the women in general. And then the women are free to experience what they are called to experience. And some of us are there. Myself especially, to assist the other men. I was by far the eldest gentleman there, and I do get, ever since last year it happened on Thursday night, and it continued this year, where I felt that when I wasn't doing work for myself, that I was helping my brothers. And some of them feel this because they come to me and they tell me this. I don't say anything. I just let it happen. And it's a beautiful thing. And we end up helping each other. So what happens, what I see happening, is we have the women on one side and the men on the other. They didn't do this in the old days, but now they do. And it creates two basically mass consciousnesses, where the women are helping each other, the men are helping each other. Especially Tuesday night was the big men's night, where we were really going strong, healing. And then those two mass consciousnesses meet at a higher level, where the men and the women are helping each other. And that's how I see it working. And I'll probably go back again and test my theories. We shall see. But this is, there's a newfound peace in here. And since I've been home for 2 weeks, I've been very cognizant of it. And it's a wonderful thing. I hope everybody can find this. And I will come back and continue to talk about this as I monitor. I went back to work this week, but it was a very quiet week, so I didn't have to deal with a lot of people. Starting next week, things will pick up a little, and I'm interested in that as being the real test. The real test is in our relationships with other people. And, as they are our teachers and our mirrors. And so I'm looking forward to that as January progresses, to find out where I truly am. And we'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you informed. So for now, enjoy the moment, enjoy the day, enjoy every breath. And we'll see you next time. So, cosmic energy, earth energy, heart energy. Send loving heart energy out to all beings, all dimensions, all timelines. May this day be filled with compassion, loving kindness, and courage. Until next time.